The Wantrepreneur. We've all seen him, scrolling through LinkedIn at the null, liking every post about the grind, and changing their bio to founder and CEO before they've even registered a domain name. First up, the Wantrepreneur. This person is obsessed with the idea of being an entrepreneur, but they're terrified of the act of it. They have 17 notebooks filled with business plans, but zero sales. They'll tell you all about their disruptive app idea over burnt coffee, but when you ask about their customer acquisition cost, they just stare blankly at the steam rising from their cup. They live in the world of someday. They buy online courses, watch 3 minutes of each, and spend more time designing their logo in Canva than actually talking to potential clients. To them, the business is a fantasy, a lifestyle brand they wear like a fashionable jacket. But here's the truth. Everyone starts here. The question is, will they take off the jacket and get to work? The Hobbyist. Next, we have the Hobbyist. Now, this isn't a bad place to be, unless you're trying to pay rent. The Hobbyist starts a business because they love the craft. They make amazing wood furniture, or they brew incredible small-batch hot sauce. Their garage smells like cedar and vinegar, and it's their happy place. The problem? They treat their business like a side project that loses money. They price their products based on what feels fair rather than what the market will bear, often forgetting to factor in their own labor. They're the ones who happily trade a $400 table for a set of used tires because it felt right. Their website is a mess, they hate accounting, and they usually avoid marketing because they don't want to bother people. They are artists, not business owners. And while their passion is genuine, they often burn out because they're running a charity, not a company. Their business is a beautiful, money-losing escape. The Hustler. Now we get to the Hustler. This archetype is pure action. They are the ones pounding the pavement, making the cold calls, and closing the deals. You can find them in the city center at 6 a.m., already in a full suit with a protein bar in hand, because lunch is for the weak. The Hustler believes that the answer to every problem is more effort. Sales down? More calls. Product issue? More features. They are the kings and queens of the fake-it-till-you-make-it philosophy, often driving a leased BMW and living in an apartment they can't quite afford to project an image of success. They operate on pure adrenaline, but there's a flip side to this frantic energy. It's reactive, not strategic. They often jump into businesses with the highest short-term payoff, ignoring whether they actually enjoy the work or if the business model is sustainable. They are slaves to the immediate dopamine hit of a sale, and they often work so hard that they run out of steam before they ever build a real foundation. The Visionary. If the hustler is in the mud, the visionary is in the clouds. The visionary is that charismatic person who paints a picture of the future so vividly that people actually believe them, and crucially, invest money in them. They wear turtlenecks or loud blazers, and they speak in absolutes. We will dominate this market. This is the future of energy. We are changing the world. They can see the mountain peak, but they frequently forget that you need a path to get there. This is the founder who burns through millions of VC funding on a giant office with a slide and a kegerator before they've even got product-market fit. They are high risk, high reward. They rely on their cult of personality to attract talent and capital. The downside? They often lack empathy for the operational details. They don't want to talk about cash flow or retention rates. They want to talk about the narrative. They rely heavily on their team to ground them, and if they don't have a great COO to rein them in, their beautiful vision usually crashes back down to earth. The Bootstrapper. Meet the Bootstrapper. This entrepreneur is the polar opposite of the visionary. They are pragmatic, frugal, and fiercely independent. They hate debt more than they hate losing money. The Bootstrapper is the one who builds a business while working a night job, or starts a software company in a shared workspace using stolen Wi-Fi. They pay themselves last, if at all. They are the masters of scrappy. If they need a website, they learn to code. If they need marketing, they write emails themselves. They don't have a big team. They have a laptop, a to-do list, and a burning desire to build something that generates real cash flow. They grow slowly and deliberately, reinvesting every dollar back into the company. While the hustler is looking for the quick flip and the visionary is looking for the big exit, the bootstrapper is looking to build a fortress. The downside? They are often too slow, too cautious. They might miss a huge growth opportunity because they can't stomach the risk of hiring 10 people at once. They build a solid, stable life, but never an empire. The Empire Builder. Finally, we arrive at the Empire Builder. This is the rarest breed. The Empire Builder started as a Wantrepreneur, learned from the hobbyist's love of craft, harnessed the hustler's work ethic, translated the visionary's dreams, and grounded it all with the bootstrapper's discipline. They don't just build businesses, they build systems. They are the ones who walk into a room and the temperature changes. They don't work in the business, they work on the business. They are obsessed with building a machine that runs without them. They focus on leadership, culture, and scalability. They have a COO to handle the operations, a visionary CTO for the tech, and a sales team that runs on rocket fuel. But here's the secret to the Empire Builder. They aren't actually the smartest person in the room. They are the best at finding the smartest people and getting out of their way. They play the long game, thinking in decades, not quarters. They build empires that outlast them. So, where do you fit? And more importantly, where are you heading? The goal isn't to skip the steps, it's to evolve. Everyone wants to be the Empire Builder, but nobody wants to do the bootstrapper's morning routine. Pick an archetype, identify your blind spots, and start moving. If this hit home, hit that like button and subscribe. Thanks for watching.